What is up, everyone? Circon here, bringing you guys Advent Calendar Day 17. And we actually have two different specials between some servers. Holy shit! So we can already have a sneak peek at what's coming. Anyway, today for the EU and for the NA, we have the M68 DoE1, which is also called the Mutant, because, well, you can see it's a bit of a mutant tank, having the M6-ish hull. I say ish, it's not exactly the same. And a weird-ass turret on it. It only comes in a fantastic bundle with almost 7,000 gold and some missions, which is not much of an offer. There's no discounts, so that's a nice beam. It's a tier 8 American heavy premium tank that has limited matchmaking. And, well, if you want to see the visual, here you go. It looks goofy as hell. I kind of like it. I don't mind it. Stats-wise, though, what are we looking at? So we have very low DPM, awful dispersion, really good aiming time. And what else can we say about it? 105 caliber, so we're doing 320 damage a shot, which you should be familiar with the T-32. The classic American 10 degrees of gun depression. Only 29 top speed, power to weight, not great. And then the hull armor and turret armor are actually looking fairly decent. The one side note here is that 66 side armor is awkward. That's not very good for a tank like this. And then 1500 health is basic, 380 view range is workable. That's the, minimum. And armor wise, if we take a look here, you can see it is the classic American shape, where the sides are not worth anything, and it has a really big turret, kind of like the M103, which is annoying. You'd rather have the T-32 turret, where the side is still really good, and then in the back is also no armor at all. So frontally, though, we have 240 effective armor, and the lower we go, we can even get to 260. So yes, the lower plate is absolutely not a weak spot. So the hull is by far its best part. The hull has some weird things here, where, you can pen it in the sides really awkwardly. But basically, it's more kind of, again, a battering ram design, where the more you angle, the more screwed you get. But as you can see, a little bit of side scraping will give you decent freaking armor. This is actually fairly weak, the shoulder parts here, if you angle like this, so you kind of screw yourself over. You can see this. It's kind of like the Type 4 and Type 5, but unlike those, it's an actual weak spot where the sides are a little bit angled. So once you start side scraping, these things become weak. So if you want to take these things out, you might see a couple more today and tomorrow. That's one way of taking them out. Side armor is really, really bad, and so is the side of the turret. I really wish the turret was just an all-around powerhouse, much like the T-32. It also has the weak spot on top, which is fairly small. And if you're fully gun depressed here, you don't really see the weak spot either. So another hold down tank from the Americans. Personally, I don't like it too much. Again, it suffers from all the HE, super heavy spam. VKPs will eat you up, stuff like this. It's 0.4 dispersion, fighting other heavies like that, which have crazy low amount of weak spots frontally. It's not great, okay? Couple this with like low top speed, you're really wishing you had more. Low DPM, low top speed really kills it for me. The armor is workable. Like I said, it does have limited matchmaking, but we all know the tier 9, almost tier 10 tanks anyway, and all the super heavies that have been creeping into the game really make this thing take a real beating. Coupled with the fact that it's only as a bundle, I would say this is a pass for me. I cannot recommend it for 50 bucks here. At the very least, they should have just sold it separately. I mean, it's a fucking digital pixels we're selling here. Why not just sell it without it? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Asia has a different bonus, and that is the Scorpion G, which means that EU and NA will likely get the Scorpion, starting tomorrow, of course, because we haven't seen it there yet. And if it goes anything like the E25, maybe the Scorpion G is for EU and NA tomorrow. So, Scorpion G. what is it about if you haven't heard about it yet. And let's just take a look at the offers. I think it's also for sale standard. Yeah, there you go. It's about 37, 38 euros. Tier 8 TD, again, this is not really worth buying. 50% off is mostly because of the added shit to it, not necessarily the gold or the tank price. So buy the standard one if you're in Asia. So Scorpion G, awesome tank. Tier 8 TD, no armor whatsoever to speak of. 30 hull, 16 side, 20 back. There is no turret armor. It has the turret, but has no turret armor. Decent DPM, of course. 490 alpha, 2.09 aim time base, and 0.29 dispersion is all really nice. 60 top speed is really good. Power to weight, decent. You know, you're not gonna hit 60 super fast, but you will hit it. Has 7 degrees of gun depression, which is fairly comfy. Downside is 360 fuel range. It's not a lot. You need a really good crew to get, you know, you need basically food and everything to run optics. Otherwise, binos might be an option. You do have the turret, so you don't have to traverse your hull, so you can keep your binos going. But overall, I played this like a freaking brick, like a freaking powerhouse. I already free marked this quite a while ago. I'm pretty sure my layout was something along these lines, where those gun laying drive, optics, a rammer, and then I ran it with obviously a fairly decent crew, because actually German tanks are one of my most played tanks in this entire game. So I have really good crew for the Germans, and I at least had recon, brothers in arms, and a situational awareness, which then you have 424, and then I added the food, and then you have close to full fuel range. We obviously cannot equip any ventilation, which would have been helpful. But yeah, so there you go. And then I just ran, I think I actually might have ran a full like large repair kit whilst free marking it, because of the critical hits you will take in the paper tank, or tracked and then ammo racked at the same time, stuff like this. But you can probably just run a small repair kit for your day-to-day credit making business. And this is basically how I ran it. You know, spotting for myself. I don't want to wait for bino, so I want to be on the move, using the mobility and everything. This tank I can definitely recommend getting. Keep in mind, and some people will say this, the Scorpion G is in the freaking Luta boxes, the ones that are for sale from the shop. Obviously, the in-game boxes you get don't contain premium tanks. It's only the ones you buy for real money. And these have a chance of getting you a Scorpion G. However, this is full-on gambling, and I would not recommend buying these boxes, just like I tweeted, unless you're looking to get premium time and gold at a decent price. I would not fish for any premium tanks, especially not the tier 8s, because you might be disappointed, you might get the wrong ones, stuff like this. And yeah, this is a surefire way of getting one, of course. If you get lucky and you buy 4 loot boxes and you get a Scorpion G, I mean, you're lucky, son of a gun. But if you want to be sure, I guess the price is fairly high. It's about 38 bucks. Again, it's always a bit awkward to talk about pricing, because in the end, you know, we're buying a digital product, and I still don't get why the tier 8s have different pricing across the board. Like, it's just weird to me. Anyway, that's it for today. Advent Calendar Day 17. Will the Scorpion G show up for EU and NA tomorrow? Who knows? But I'll be making a video about it. Thank you a lot for tuning in. I'll put up some Scorpion replays, and I think I have a Mutant replay up on my YouTube channel as well. Those should be up on the screen right now. So check those out before you make a purchase, if you want to make a purchase, and let me know what your thoughts are on these tanks in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for day 18. Peace out, everyone.